I said this would happen, and many people were right in saying this, that the government, but for the open indoor hospitality, you will have to have a vaccine passport. And again, people call me conspiracy theory, and other people conspiracy theory for saying this, for having for travel. But again, it's kind of the norm now, the European vaccine passport. And then obviously when you have to go, you go into the pub or restaurant, you have to have your vaccine card saying you were vaccinated. You have two doses, you have one dose, whatever. And obviously they can't just bring it in because under again whatever about the lockdowns and things like that, they were definitely unconstitutional in this country. And it was very kept very hush hush that it wasn't in the constitution and everything, and it wouldn't be legal. I don't know. Let's put it that way. And the same now with the vaccine passports. That how in the Irish constitution, how could they swing it around to say it was legal? Again, they have emergency powers bills passed and things like that, but they won't last forever. They have to be renewed and everything like that. The same as what's going through the Houses of the Oireachtas soon about it, because they have the vaccine passports for pubs and restaurants and whatever, indoor dining, or even to be outside or whatever. Because it's well, you have to admit it's going that way. You have, as soon as you go to the shop from now on for a piece of bread, you need to have your vaccine. If you don't have your vaccine passport, you have to stay at home. Again, it's a two-tier system, as everybody keeps saying. And it's not fair. It's not the right thing to do to demonize people who it's again, it's their opinion. It's their choice and it's their opinion if they don't want to take it or whatever. It's not really up to government. It's not up to anybody else to judge them and say we're going to punish you. It's different if they were committing a crime. If they were robbing the shop or something like that, then you'd be like, we have to punish this person for robbing the shop. But again, it has to be passed through both houses of the Oireachtas, and obviously the government have the number, so we have to just say it straight. It will be passed, no matter with the Dublin by-election. It will be passed because the Green Party, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael have the numbers. They do have the numbers. Sinn Féin probably will vote for. Probably could be, possibly. I don't know. Labour might vote for. Independents most likely will vote against. Into probably, but there's only one seat in Into. Again, I see it pass, and it's going to overwhelmingly pass. There won't be much. There might be some opposition in Dáil Éireann, but Shannon Éireann is just going to fly through it. Because they're going to wash it. Because Micheál Martin wants to just wash it through as quick as possible through the houses they want before they get the summer holidays. So they have to wash it through. Which we have to see what happens with that. But again, I'm not very hopeful. I'll be totally honest with people. But again, it is unconstitutional for. And again, who's going to enforce it? Like, again, who's going to enforce it? How do you expect the girls? The girls are sick and tired of enforcing these COVID legislations. They're just sick and tired of it. It's crazy. It's crazy that we come to this point now. And how did we get here? Who knows? Like, who knows? But again, this is just. Again, it's going to be, as I said there a second ago, you will have to use it now if you're going to school or anything like that. This is what's coming down the line too. And this is what they're probably going to put in the fine print, underneath the fine print of it. Because you wouldn't trust these assholes in government. I would trust the communists better than I would trust. I think I trust Joseph Stalin and Lenin before I trust Micheál Martin and the rest. I think I trust them. I think they're more trustworthy, even though they killed loads of innocent people. You massacred the own people, starved their own people out. I trust them more than I would trust the Irish government at the moment. You couldn't trust them. You just really couldn't trust them. Like it's unbelievable. And again, a lot of pubs and a lot of restaurants have said they will just do it. They're not going to abide by the rules. And I would say to people, because it is unconstitutional. And again, I don't know how they're going to swing it. That limiting people's freedom. They can't go here. They can't go there. It's forbidden. In other words. To go here and go there. And again, you're a citizen of Ireland. You have to look around to yourself and say, hang on a second. Who checked this? Who where does it say in the constitution that you can't go into a pub in your own town, in your own country? That you can't go to a pub, you can't go to a restaurant, you're forbidden. Even though you want to pay for it, again, it's not that you're gonna swan to the bill and not pay the bill for the food or whatever, for the drink. That you're not allowed because you haven't got a jab or a vaccine. Again, it's up to you. It's up to you, the person. It's all up to government, big daddy government, to say. It's our decision. It's up to you. We're in control of you. No. It's your choice. It really is your choice at the end of the day. Because nobody can force you, and that's been the Irish Constitution. Nobody can force you to take something. Obviously, it's on different circumstances for work. Because obviously it can be a work health and safety hazard. They can use that as an excuse. workplace hazard, and they can use that as an excuse if they wanted to. But in terms of your freedom to move and to purchase goods and services, um, it's not hard to walk around that. Let's totally be honest with you. But again, we all knew this was coming. I could see it coming myself, and I said it many times it was coming. Um, so we have to wait and see what happens. And that's to be totally honest with you. I don't know what's going to happen. It'd be a miracle if it doesn't pass through the houses so they walk this. Imagine if they reject it. Be some kick in the beehole for them. Um, but weirder things have happened. Hopefully, please God will intervene. And say, to the TDs that are talking absolute rubbish and all over, and getting themselves a big pay rise again. That just have some common sense. That's it. Thank you.